Hi, this is Mia. It's turned up super loud. I gotta move some of these videos over. I was looking up astrology, but I never actually clicked on the video. I went for my walk. I wore a mask because the last time I was like coughing, and so there's someone caught in the grass. And I'm mad. I said, maybe these guys were making plans. My boyfriend says, "Oh, we're in the car or something. Oh, can I break free from you, or can I break free and go hang out with my buddies?" And then they talk about, let's go fishing, come over, hang out, let's go fishing, let's go to our other buddies and somewhere else and somewhere else. And I'm like, really? Like, I don't know what they're up to, but my boyfriend is spending too much money. He's gonna end up having people take advantage. This money, if he has it, and he spends rent, gas, not even paying my rent, paying the rent here, gas for his car, and the storage container fees, and the subscriptions, the phone and TV, that's gonna be 6 months worth of income, 6 months worth of pay. I would freaking sit down and budget every penny of that. And besides him buying this stuff, I told you on the last video, I think, that I had this, oh shoot, that did not sound good. I had this file cabinet now. It is bent on the side. I noticed it while I was in Walmart. I don't think they're taking returns. Or is that the grocery store? There's a bent corner, and so all of the freaking files or a bunch of them just fell down because the corner makes it so the hanging file folders. So I didn't get all the cute ones, but I got some cute ones because I like pizzazz. All of the other ones have or I didn't notice it in the store. I was like, oh, I probably noticed it was bent. I was like, that's not a big deal. But I didn't even cross my mind that actually needs to be perfectly straight. I could change it to legal size. But so I've been alone for like 3 hours. I thought they were going to go somewhere and be back after 6. It's almost 7. I needed some time, but he didn't have work today, and he keeps saying, oh, let's get you an office building. Oh, let's get you a computer. Let's do this. Let's do that. I'm like, I need to sit down, and we need to work on that stuff together. And so he takes me to the bank, which I could have gone by myself, and we end up at Walmart, which I wasn't planning on doing. Impulse shop. I really needed to get freaking like I'm just gonna put. I really needed to get office supply stuff. I can't sit in here with all these papers. Like, at least now I could say, is it in the box? That's the first place I'm going to look. Oh, those little ones. The 6-pack was $5.88, and the 25-pack was $8.44. So that's what you get when you want bling. Pay too much. I'm putting this in receipts, and I'm just gonna stick it in. I didn't get any paper clips or file folder clips. Those binder clips, or whatever they're called. Binder clips. Doesn't sound right. Anyways, I have addiction to binder clips. So I went on my walk. I felt okay. I wore a mask. I noticed I was breathing like this. Not like that. Not like yoga breathing. I was like, it was something like that instead of, it was, and it wasn't, it was because I could hear the wind of my breath in the mask, and had an elevated, my skin color looks weird, an elevated breath. So here's what I'm thinking in my mind. I'm like, you want to do these things? We used to go hiking. We used to go to DC or places to get me food. I asked you to do something for my daughter that we were supposed to do last night, and I'm still trying to figure it out. So I said I'll do it today. By today. Today's almost over. And I'm like, even if I want to do, like, I'm not hanging, he's hanging out with his friends, and it's like quarantine. I was like, I'm not hanging out. Me and my friends, like, we see each other, someone comes over, drops me off, we're like, hi, bye, like, don't talk to me, don't breathe, like, it was so awkward. And we're meeting on Zoom. And if that's what the girls have to do, fine. And people are talking about their girlfriends and what is this? Somebody wants to join our group. That's good. Anyways, I'm about to do a meeting because I am going crazy. I'm around people that are drinking and smoking, and I'm not around anyone sober. I'm not especially even around anyone who wants to meditate or do yoga or share my spiritual journey. And I just spent all last Monday crying to my counselor about feeling rejected and not wanting to be not part of the world. Or not wanting to be part of the world. Other people don't want me in the world. And so I got all like positive this week. Hold on. Oh my god. Please tell me this did not. This lady, speaking of drama queen, I called this squirrel drama queen, and I was like so rude. This lady hopefully did not enter my volume, or what do you call it, my noise. I think I didn't actually have it muted. I don't know what happened. I hope I don't get a copyright notice. So I have stuff to do, but then I was thinking, oh, if they want me to go fishing and go hang out and go along for the car ride, I can, someone told me when I was sick, they're like, don't worry about your house. That mess is still going to be there tomorrow. And I'm one of the messiest people I know, and it's like, oh, bother. Even if I clean tonight, the mess is going to be there tomorrow. But I just think on the way back, before I went for a walk and before 2-3 hours went by, and I got left behind, he's like, oh, can I break free and go hang out with my buddies? And I'm just like, whatever. And then right when they're walking out, coats on, freaking shoes on, which they probably don't take off, they're like, are you coming? And I'm just like, again, I'm in my leggings. Someone in the house. You guys were in the bathroom. Didn't ask if I was going to go to the bathroom. There's someone in the house. I can't go put my jeans on. Because you're going to be like, oh, you're slowing us down. People want to do... I said, no, I'm not. I was not invited. I will stay here. And they're like, you're invited. And I was like, when you say you want to have permission to break free from me, and so you can go hang out with your buddies, that means I'm not invited. And if you're trying to talk crap in front of your friend to make you look nice, it would be nice to be out of this apartment. And I'm a very social person, and it's fun to do things. And, I feel like I'm tired today. I was tired yesterday. This weekend was exhausting. I didn't get any of my work done. I've let men take my time in this past year and a half to 2 years of when I started dating. I've let them strip my business to trash and just hustling, working 20-hour days. And I said, love and companionship, or companionship, occasional companionship, no love, whatever, broad range, or just focus on career and focus on myself. And I said, well, I've been focusing on me and my kids and myself, trying to get our health up to par, trying to get housing that's decent and education that's decent. And it's like I spin my wheels doing all that. And I wanted to say, if I were to die tonight, if I were to be on my deathbed, what would I have said? Would I have said, oh, I wish I went to work and got more money? I might, considering what's going on. Or I say, I wish I got into the world and enjoyed the world and had companionship and had been able to play games. My kids didn't want to play checkers, video games. My kids didn't want to go camping, to go to a yurt, to go to a hotel on the beach. My kids didn't want to sit in the backyard and have a barbecue. My kids wanted to sit at the table with me or help me clean off the table while I prepare Thanksgiving dinner. So I prepare it. I didn't this year, but last year, and bring it to the rooms like a room service, and then I'm downstairs scrubbing pans. And I thought, well, maybe I can have a companion and we can go. And you hear me talk about my stories that I write, my novels, or my short stories, I'm going to put up a video here. So what happened this morning, guys? I can't remember. Oh my god. It says 4:34. And today at 6:52. Oh, that's the one right now. Okay. Oh, so there's one from this morning. I'll say exhausted from live check-in. 4:20. It is the 4:20 for people who deal with that. I did watch Maury Povich, I think. No, it was Judge Jerry. And they had someone who was the most well-dressed off these court shows. I'm going to ask my sister-in-law how she's doing. Because she always checks in with me. And oh my god. It's not even in here. I'm like, oh crap. Why is it missing from my phone? That's so weird. But I don't need to ride to a county that has 3 times more COVID cases than this. I mean, I wouldn't have minded going to get pickup, wearing a mask, alcohol swabbing the pickup container, praying like that this food is not contaminated. I mean, heck, I could put it in the dehydrator. I have broccoli. It's not the same as when you get it though. I'm gonna mix some broccoli with some nut butter. I can't get any cashew nut butter. So I'm just thinking, I'll say before therapy, spell on therapy, and if I didn't have time alone, why can't I? Oh, there's. Usually my boyfriend sends me a note. But, oh, that's what this video is supposed to be about. I was getting here fussing about, poor me, I'm left behind. Now, the flip side of that, my counselor was trying to tell me that when I grew up in an abusive household, I was sexually assaulted by people, multiple people. I was hurt by my family members. I was beaten on a nightly basis for a while. I was left to sleep out in the garage because my mom would work too late. She could have took me home or hired a sitter. And what happened was I came out of that and went to school and wanted to be a doctor. And I've been wanting to be a doctor forever. And what happened out of that is that I was like, I'm going to put my medications in there. That's where the meds were, in here. So I keep getting told by my counselor, like, either he said you're competent or you're competent or confident in the fact that you didn't take the evil that was done against you to protrude more evil into the world, but you took the evil that was put onto you and that depression, that hurt, and that being ignored, and you changed it to try to keep doing good for others, to just persevere and be resilient through life. And I keep bringing up racism, and you missed part of my talk, and the racism that people don't understand, and it's really hard because it affects me every day in the stairs, and and it's sad. I wasn't looking at underwear and I was like, oh no, there's another person over here, and I saw someone with short afro hair, and I was trying to be just like, think, oh, there's a bunch of blank spots in the Walmart underwear. And so I think to myself, oh, is that a guy? Because she had short hair. I was like, oh, she's just got natural black hair. I was like, I like her hair. And I wasn't looking at her body or her face. I was just like coming from behind the counter or the other rack. And the first thing I see was a cute little like afro hair. And I was like, I mean, most men do not even wear their hair like that. But I didn't want to be like, I'm looking at underwear over your shoulder. Like, I feel perverted. But it's like, I'm looking for certain things. So I'm just actually trying to find that without getting in your way because you're here first. I get those thoughts. But it's like, I don't want to be racist or stereotypical because I see somebody with hair that, you know, because people will call me sir. Let me go ahead and get the window open. I got that stupid sanitizer spray. Someone was in our place. I sprayed it, and now I'm regretting it to the extreme. I don't even know where the screen. We realize that there's a screen in the window. There's no screen, so we have this portable screen. And I didn't even ever think in my entire life. So our house in West Virginia probably had these kind of screens, and I didn't think for a minute that the bugs were going to come through the crack in the middle of the window. So that's where I am right now. I feel like my partner, I'm open the window. I feel like my partner's got a bunch of errands to go on. And he keeps going on these road trip errands. I was like, oh my God, without me. He's like, drive right by the house and be like, oh, I should have stopped by and got you. Like, please. So I'm sitting here walking back, and I said, you know what, Mia? You know what you need to do? You need to do a video on the fact that you don't need to stay stuck. And whether I want to stay with someone and not get married or make a commitment or just have like what happened with the other guy, it's all you want to go and be with other people, then fine. I actually said many times I'm not going to be with you, and you know. And what sucks is this guy had a milestone in his life last week, and I was like waiting days. I was like, oh, I'm going to tell my boyfriend that this is something life-threatening for this guy, and then I wanted to acknowledge it. My boyfriend's trying to say when I got here, oh, you could still talk to that guy. He's your friend. You can be friendly. I'm like, I don't want you being friendly with girls that you were dating, you know. But in this particular case, I didn't even have an opportunity to, this is Diet Slim Tea, which I've never tried before, but I am needing some energy and support. This is going to be it's mostly, the second ingredient is licorice, and fennel. It's going to be something to drink. So, I'm in a situation where I'm like, I need to list that stuff. I need to put clothes here, take pictures of it. Like, even if you, like, for instance, these pants are for sale. They should not be sitting on the bed. It's one thing, you don't want to mess up your regular clothes, and you kind of say don't keep them hanging up because you might eat something and it might get food stains. But it's another if you have it up for sale. These are some of my favorite pants. So while I talk, this is the situation. I was supposed to clean up under here too. I was in an abusive marriage, and I was in an abusive household when I was a kid. These aren't really flare leg. So these are boot cut, I think. I gotta change that. Those are not flare leg. What was I thinking? Maybe they are when my pants are like so tight. I feel like my hands are dirty. So what happened when I was a kid is I was under 18 and I was stuck in my parents' house. And I didn't have a way to go move in with anybody. Grandma lived in town when I was older, coming from 7 to 8 hours away in Ohio, and I'd go to her house when I was not wanting to deal with my mom. I had the ability to use the car and say, well, I'm going to go visit my grandma. And that was probably the best thing that could happen to me because A, I got to spend time with my grandma before I went to college and before she died. And B, I got to spend time with my grandma and get a break from my mom. She said I watched those game shows, that one with the whammy, like, stop! And mostly reruns. She had cable. The reruns and the news would be turned up really low. And I went and applied for college and I got out of there as fast as I could. And did what I could. And made it out alive. Then I went through college, and the last year of college, I met a guy in a hot tub who was a horrible nightmare, red flags everywhere. And why do I have 10 eBay freaking alerts? It's all like they want you to buy something because my sales are so bad. Okay. So I ended up like they do say boot coat. This is somebody else's. I thought I fixed this. Somebody else had this on. Oh, I'm just gonna leave it. I changed this already and it didn't save it. Okay, so I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna take more than one picture. I'm gonna take it with them unbuttoned. I have this chair in the way. So when I got this other boyfriend, I had a couple other boyfriends. I had guys that liked me that had jobs, and I'm gonna take it without the flash and see what happens. And this want me to use eraser, use brush to add background, use eraser to pinch to zoom, and use 2 fingers to drag the image. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm not even going to change the background. I was just going to take 5 pictures. Oh, it did it on its own. Oh, that's creepy. That is creepy. I don't even know if that looks right. So I got these really horrible relationships and where guys did not like me and they just dumped me. But the guys that liked me, like this one white guy or Italian or I don't know who, he had braids in his hair and I thought he worked at Arby's. I think he was a student. He was really nice, like super nice. And I went and visited him at work and I was like, I can't handle the braids. I don't know what it. He was too nice and I wasn't used to that. So that's what my problem has been. Oh, I didn't remove the background. Okay, that's weird. I didn't know what my problem was until later on, thinking of why didn't I like these certain guys, right? I swore I turned the flash off. Like it says no flash and the flash still went off. I guess I can take more than one. I'm going to take a picture of the legs so that they know that that they're not, surprisingly, they're not damaged really. These are one of my favorite pair of pants. I got them at Fred Meyer over 10 years ago. And they were cheap. And I got home and I recognized maybe why they were cheap. Denizen jeans. They smell like mothballs. Oh my god, so bad. This is crooked. It was like, I'm OCD and I'm like scratching my nails. That's gonna make the front part look kind of weird too, but I'm taking a chance right now. This stuff, people are selling stuff like mad because of the stimulus checks. And I forget that people that have kids are getting a lot of money. And if they have wives, even I think if their wife doesn't work, they claim them as dependents. They're getting up to what, $40-something $100. I mean, I'd splurge a little bit if I was getting $4,000 right now. So I was in a good mood today, and now I'm in a bad mood. I'm gonna put the blind down because I'm talking. I'm just gonna do my yoga. I don't have any nuts. I got Diet G. All I got was liquid food. It only did the first picture. So the point of this story was that I am. Oh, let's put these in a bag. I am. Actually, you know what? I gotta take 2 more pictures. I'm sorry. I gotta do it fast before it erases what I already have. And it's even darker in here. So I need to take a picture of the frayed. This is fraying here. And here. And if you can, take a better picture of the label. I usually don't put my brown hand in there. Let me see the label I'm looking for. The size on it. The label that has the, I'm so mad. My boyfriend texts me. He doesn't. He just went on a, man, I know he's wasting money. And now he's gonna have all these people calling him. Like, you got money, you got a ride, you can take. It's like, oh my god. The Bible says when you have friends, the poor man has no friends, but the rich man has many because they're gonna use them to party, you know. Okay, so these are going in a bag. I keep looking at every car that goes by. I'm not even ready for him to come home because I'm so mad. Like, I'm like, are you kidding that I didn't get to go on an adventure? The thing is, he's been going to work 5 days a week with the vehicle. So even if I wanted to run errands or go to recycling or go to the post office, I'm stuck here with no car and no money to take an Uber, okay? And if I take the car, he has to go pick someone up, come back here, get me, take me to the job site, let me come back, go do what I had to do, and go back and get him 2 hours later for lunchtime so he can get him and the guy's lunch because they don't get it in the morning. I mean, I guess cold sandwiches or jerky or whatever used to pack kids for lunch doesn't work. So I don't have a car. I'm all alone. I'm trying to get stuff done, and then it's like he comes home, turns on the TV, asks me, like pauses it for a commercial or something, asks me, oh, how's your day or whatever, and then like 2 seconds later freaking cranks the volume back up, and I'm like, never mind then. Like, okay, it was as boring as ever. And it's like, I feel like a slave that doesn't know how to clean a house, you know? The reality of it is I'm not a slave. And if I was a slave, that if that's all I had to do all day, then I'm sure as heck, no, it will get done, especially if somebody's monitoring me. So I don't have anyone to help me sell his stuff that we're supposed to sell over $50,000. Like, I don't have anyone helping. He's like, oh, my relative can help you with your billing. They were unemployed, now they're not. And I'm like, well, whatever happened to that? promise. And he was like, oh, you were mad when I first got here because he was like, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to move, we're going to get this, we're going to get that. And then I was like frustrated because I don't have a sink or kitchen or dehydrator or food. And I'm like, okay, this sucks, you know. And I'm not complaining about it, but he's like, oh, you're not that happy, are you? It's like, partly because I can't get a job and it's hard for us to talk about what we need to do to sell the stuff because you're mad that I priced it too low, or you're saying that you don't want to get rid of it, or this or that. Saying, oh, you priced it, oh, that was my grandma's. I'm like, well, then I took it offline. You say it's your grandma's. The next morning I find it in the trash with a whole bunch of coffee grinds and flour and cake batter or pancake batter poured all over it. And I was like, if you're throwing it in the trash, I'm gonna freaking sell that sucker. But don't yell at me because you told me to sell it, and then you're saying that's my grandma's. That someone gave you some crap, some trash that somebody gave you because they didn't want to deal with it, and they charged you for it, and you've been paying several $100s a month in freaking storage containers. And I'm like, it's not an inheritance, it's not an heirloom that's passed down. It's something you had to buy from the state and be taxed on, for Pete's sakes. I'm gonna, I don't know why I was thinking, was I really thinking, you know what, I'm gonna list this thing. It's got pricing as auction. The point of the story is I'm gonna go and do some yoga, and I have to, if nobody is, hanging out with me and nobody's calling me and nobody returns my text, then I just have to, just be by myself and be happy with it. And that's another reason I make a lot of videos, because I talk through my problems. I talk through, padded flat rate has gone up to 7 or 8 something. I talk through my problems, and I talk through my joys. I talk through my solutions, and I really need a meeting. So even if somebody's with me and they're ignoring me, so the whole point was, if you're in an abusive situation, you need to leave. If you're in a situation you don't like, or you're in a house or a job or a car, or you can't get a job, you can change it. A lot of people in my life I see getting help from relatives, their kids, their neighbors. They know somebody, knows some of their best friends, a millionaire, all of these things, millionaires. Not, you gotta be careful with taxes, but there's people that have money they can give, donate to your charity, donate to your GoFundMe. But I'm one of those people that doesn't get any of this. It's like me, myself, and I. And occasionally my boyfriend will try to help, and because it's so new to me, it's a lot for me, but it's not enough. Not enough support, and too much. Not understanding is kind of ignorance, which ignorance can lead to fear, and fear can lead to anger and mistreatment. So if someone doesn't understand how my business is running, or how my brain likes to play solitaire and do taxes at the same time, you're just going to see me playing a game. You're going to come over and look, and I have all these charts and all these graphs and all these receipts stacked up in front of me, trying to figure out which bank account I can pay the $100 or $200 tax fee for, because you can't get the business tax free online, unfortunately. I almost want to change my corporation to something that I can do a separate entity and pay myself. I'm going to look into that, actually, because I don't like doing taxes like that, and I would rather do my taxes free online and do my business taxes separately, and just do them on paper and just send it in and not have to pay any, save that $100 or $200. The reason I'm saying this is my friend at work at Pizza Hut, Jose, was saying women that stay in a bad situation, it's her fault. Again, I say this over and over again. It's like, you have a choice to leave, you have a choice to change something, you have a choice to be taken care of. And he noticed that he said, oh, my wife likes to go get clothes, oh, my wife likes to go to the store, oh, I like to go to the store. So he said he likes to go to the store, he can budget everything But his wife will ask, can I go to a restaurant? Can we have a date? Can we go clothes shopping? And he'll go, but they're on a tight budget. And she has her own money too. But I said, yeah, that's nice. You guys don't have as many expenses as I do because of my clinic and all this stuff. And he's like, you should go buy clothes. You should buy, like, go to Sears. Not Sears. Sears, where we were closed. Macy's back door, or I was called back door, backstage. I said, okay. He says, we go there, get our clothes, get our work clothes from Walmart, get our work shoes from Walmart. I said, okay. And I bought some real cute clothes. They're all smalls, they don't fit. I had some flower shirt. I didn't want to have like Christian Dior, or not Christian Dior, but that's the other one that's cheaper. The seat. And I didn't want the name brand on that thing, but it had flower. I like earthy stuff. I like flowers. I like sparkles. I like earth tones mixed with oranges and red tone stuff. I do like ocean blue. And people do say the most compliments I get is the ocean blue color. This color, most of the ocean blue stuff that I have is it's not, or most of the stuff I have, or when I wear it, people compliment me on that color. But I don't buy that color often. I feel like it's expensive. like I get stuff from the thrift store, and it's like, what's color is half off tagged? Does this fit me? Is it cotton? Then I'll buy it. Sometimes if it's not cotton. So I got a few clothes. I got some of them because I was dating, and I was finally, after all those years, never having gone to sit in a restaurant, I was able to go to a couple of restaurants, even if it's just like a Subway style or salad bar place. I was able to go to a restaurant and go to a movie theater, which I hadn't done since my kids, Saturday matinee. What do you do with your kids? You're trying to get out the door. Like, you're not paying attention to hair, makeup, clothing, shoes. Is my coat dirty? You don't want to stink, but you got to take a shower, put on what's clean, and get them in the shower and get clean and get a snack, and can you eat popcorn or not? So I was trying to live for the first time in 2019, and I keep saying that on the way back. It's like I had my backpack packed. Now I have a lab in there, or my suitcase. I said, if I had to leave, if I had to keep my bag packed and just go, then that's what I'm going to do. I'll just freaking go. If that's what it takes, And I had to make a decision, no matter what promises or commitments or anything that you make for a job or anything. If it starts to get where you don't like it, or it's worrisome, or it's making you physically stressed out, I'm not saying like every little thing, but cons outweigh the pros, then you have to leave. If there's a lot of pros and you're getting hurt, you have to leave. Or if you're getting salted, or if you're having your name slandered. And it's really, I'm saying this out loud because sometimes I feel like I want to leave here, and I would leave all of my, oh, what's in this drawer? Oh, it's over here. What's in the dresser? Oh, shoot, what about my toothpaste? What's under the bed? What's in the car? Most of my stuff is actually out of the car. Like, I'm going to go to my uncle's house. I'm going to do this. I'm going to hop on a plane and get it Uber. I don't know what to do. I need to do yoga and calm that down. And take my teas. I didn't take any relaxing tea today. I took the detox. This is called Bring Me the Sunset in a Cup by Emily Dickinson. Stay strong. Bye.